14th of January 2021 at 9:58. I'm sitting at the new Starbucks that opened opposite city center. It takes me 40 minutes to get here, but Dad, who is sitting in front of me, loves it. I can see why. The windows are so big and the sun shines through quite beautifully. Besides, the drive isn't so bad. It's a good chance to listen to an album in full because I'm so often interrupted. Today, I listened to EPs by Robert Wyatt because someone posted it on their Instagram story this morning. It made me miss England. The guy sitting opposite me to the left looks sweet. His sunglasses sit precariously on his grey hair. He pulls up a chair to seat his burlap bag, and he's wearing one of those things that you attach to your mask so that it doesn't pull on your ears. But he has it on in such a way that I thought it was coming out of his brain and that he'd attached the mask to those coin-shaped medical things that protrude from your head. I forget the name. I just Googled it. They're called bone-anchored hearing aids. This guy on the far right is wearing a thobe and a bomber jacket, and he's taking pictures of his Starbucks drink and his box of mini cookies, while periodically checking to see if anyone notices that he's taking pictures. He doesn't notice that I notice, which makes me smile. He checks the photo and rearranges the composition. Maybe if he wasn't so concerned about people looking, he'd be able to focus and take a good picture. But I can't blame him. Sometimes I get self-conscious too. My hair keeps getting snagged by the artificial plants behind me. The guy changed table. Was that always his plan? Was he only sat there for the picture? I want to know what's wrong with the other table. I stretch to get a closer look at him. Oh, I chuckle audibly. It's not what's wrong with the old table, but instead what's so good about the new table. A window seat, with a single streak of light draped across the tabletop. He places the Christmas-themed cup in the light, now extra saturated under the sun. He takes a picture. He swaps the drink for the cookies, his phone camera just peeking out from under the table. I wonder if he's doing this to be subtle about the fact that he's still taking pictures, or if he just wants the low angles. He's definitely trying to hide it as he changes composition once more. He looks around as though swapping what I know to be careful placements in a way that he thinks looks absent-minded. But he can't fool me. I've been watching from the beginning. I take a photo of him. He saw me take the photo. I smiled at him as if to say, I'm not judging you. I hope he doesn't think otherwise, but he stopped taking pictures. He puts his phone down and takes a couple sips. About time. He stood up and left. Maybe he's finding a different spot where he'll continue taking pictures without my watchful gaze, or maybe he's already taken the perfect picture and can now drink without the picturesque setting. Besides, the sun is overrated. Sure, it's a good filter replacer, but drinking a hot coffee in the sun isn't worth it, especially when you're wearing a jacket and the AC is barely on because people think it's winter in Bahrain, but it's 18 degrees and I'm quite warm in my tank top, but I can't put my hair up because I'm not wearing a bra and I'm already getting stared at even though my hair covers my nipples. I could go and follow him, but I think I prefer to wonder. April 23rd, 2021 at 16:14. The sun is out and it feels like I shouldn't be indoors. The sun unlocks everything's potential. The grass is the greenest green, the sky the bluest blue. The same applies to people. The best parts of people come out when the sun is out. Also the weirdest. Two young men walk through the park. Looking around for the perfect spot, they communicate with their heads that this would be a good place to sit down. They sit down quite far from each other, considering they seem to be close friends. The man with a mullet takes his shoes off and uses one of them to rest his feet on so that his socks don't touch the grass. There's nothing worse than a wet, grassy sock in a shoe at the end of a nice day at the park. His friend is laid down, knees bent. Mullet Man sits half upright as he sips his coffee and reads something on his phone, and then they leave. He puts his clean socks into his shoes and they walk away, standing shoulder to shoulder, chatting. There's a patch of flawlessly manicured flowers. Two women take turns taking pictures in front of them. Once, walking home from a night out, we took pictures in it. Caleb got in the middle of them, laid down, and posed for a picture. The shorter woman, wearing double denim, now sits by the flowers, careful not to tread on them. That's considerate. She kind of struggles to get up, and they laugh about it. They swap. Photographer becomes subject, and vice versa. The woman in white stands in front of the flowers, hands on hips, hold for 3, 2, 1. Check the picture. She pulls up her trouser zipper and poses again, her arms stretched out, kind of like she's mimicking a bird. The other woman likes that. They swap again, and this time the woman in blue is the bird. They're taking selfies now, the flowers in the background. She fixes her hair, takes off her headband, and wraps it around her wrist. Then she purses her lips as though blowing a kiss. They look around, not self-consciously though, and then they check their selfies. They don't seem English. English people are too shy to take pictures in public unless they're drunk. They think it's awkward. There's no Arabic word for awkward. I often joke with my dad that Arabs don't feel awkward, they just make others feel awkward, so there's no need for the word. The women resume the previous setup, one taking pictures of the other. This time, no laughs. It's go time, straight faces on a mission. The perfect snap is yet to be taken. They move like clockwork, each one aware of the other's next step before they take them. It seems like something they do often. A sunny ritual. After 5 minutes, they huddle around the phone, scrolling through their masterpieces. Happy with the results, they walk off giggling. The wind flicks through the pages of a newspaper that has been left on the grass.